can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo, mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy.
All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome in to the WAG Show, episode 93. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. We are here to talk about today's best bets. It's Friday, June 30th. Can you guys hear me? Someone let me know in the chat if you can hear me, because my microphone, I don't know what's going on with this thing today. I can't get it to work. So we're using this headset that I know sucks ass, and I know it doesn't sound good, but I got to work with what I got at the moment. So if you can hear me, let me know. A couple people said yes. Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you. All right, so we got a nice little baseball slate tonight. We are currently sweating out. First bet of the day in the premium channel was Chicago Cubs first 5 run line. They did go up 2-0. They got the bases loaded though. I would love a couple more. Would love a couple more runs here. Banks, what's up? Sean, what's up? Nathan, what's up? Thank you guys. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this microphone today. I've never had this happen. Of it just not working, but if it's broken, I'm gonna be mad because I just bought that last football season and it was like $150. Like, I feel like it should last long. It hasn't even been. I haven't had it for a year. Like, there's no way. There's no shot that thing broke already, right? All right. After this at bat, we'll dive into the slate here, but I would love a couple runs here. Have a warranty on that? I don't know actually. I need to check. Maybe I do. I feel like normally when I buy stuff, I do get that, like electronic wise. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I do have some sort of a warranty. I would be upset if it didn't even last 1 year. Do you guys remember like the setup used to be so chalked? If any of you guys have followed me for a while, dude, like 4 years ago, 4 years ago, when we would do streams, like I just didn't even care. Like we would like we would be on the podcast and like I would have no lighting. Like like we would do it in the afternoon. Like it would just get progressively darker throughout the whole video. Like I just did not care. So I'm trying to be better buying microphones and stuff, and then this thing, I don't know. Maybe it's just messed up today. I'll have to mess around with it. Was it 3-1 count? I hit that Otani prop yesterday. Dude, that was that not the sweatiest prop ever? Oh my god, he got out. Unbelievable. So if you guys watched the stream yesterday, I said my favorite prop was Shohei Otani over 1.5 total bases. He struck out. First of all, the game started. Lance Lynn is literally throwing batting practice to the Angels. They have like 6 runs through 3 innings. Otani's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Then he walked twice. So I'm like, oh, it's chalked. But then he came up in the bottom of the ninth and hit a home run to cash the bet. So yeah, that was like the sweatiest total base bet ever. That was awesome. Brian Bayo is good. Dude, I told you guys, I know the Red Sox didn't win yesterday, but what he had a no-hitter going through 7, I think. I like that kid a lot. I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. All right. Top of fourth. Hopefully Justin Steele doesn't fuck this up. But Let's dive in. I have the live trends tool pulled up. This is a free tool you guys can access every single day. We got Padres Reds first game that starts at 5:10. Weird start time. I don't know what a 5:10 start time is. That's strange. But we have Graham Ashcraft against Seth Lugo. Public is all over Cincy here. Do you guys see this? Look at this. 63% of the bets and 81% of the money have come in on the Reds money line here. Public is all over the Cincinnati Reds. Uh, I don't know. I mean, San Diego has been underwhelming continuously, so I could understand that. But Graham Ashcraft started off the season really good. I was kind of liking what I saw from his stuff, but his last few starts prior to going on the injured list, he didn't look super good. He looked decent against the Braves. I don't think he looked bad. He gave up a couple home runs. He looked decent, but not enough that I really want to just windmill bet him. So I don't know. I don't have a lean on this game. Since he's definitely been hotter than San Diego. There's no doubt there. But uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think we will see more lopsided trades like Collins for Rudy? Or do you think that was a fair trade? No, I think we'll see a lot more trades like that, to be quite honest, because apparently I don't know like the intricacies of the collective bargaining agreement, but apparently this new CBA, the owners, wanted it to be like where there's more punishment for hitting those tax thresholds and stuff. So teams are going to be able to spend as carefree as they were, during the past CBA. So that move particularly was like a salary dump. Like the Hawks had to get rid of John Collins. And you can see like, John Collins, I know he kind of had a down year last year relative to what we have seen from him, but like that's all they could get from him. So that contract that John Collins is on, like, has so little value in this new CBA. Like they could only get Rudy Gay for him. So I think we'll see more trades like that because these teams are going to have to unload some of these guys. Pretty crazy. All right, next game. What do we have here? Phillies Nats. Do you guys like anything here? I think what do we have? Josiah Gray against Sanchez. Phillies are -180 favorites here. Public is, I mean, all over Philly, rightfully so, going against the Nationals. I don't really want to lay -180 on them. If you want to put them in a parlay, I think you could do that. But my lean here would be the over. It was opened at 9. It's at 9.5 now. You can still get it at 9.5 on DraftKings and FanDuel both. So over 9.5 in the Phillies Nats game, that would be my lean there. That team is poorly built. If you're speaking of the Hawks, I completely agree, and I still don't understand why they traded for Dejounte Murray. Do you guys notice that the Hawks? Look at the two teams. In my opinion, I look at these teams similarly. The Hawks and the Mavericks both made big trades. Like coming off years where they won playoff series, they both made big trades and they both took like huge step backs. Isn't that interesting? Like, Hawks took a huge step back. Mavericks, I mean, the Mavericks beat the Suns in the playoffs last year. They didn't even make the playoffs. Pretty crazy. Next game is Brewers Pirates. This is an interesting game. So we have Freddie Peralta against this Osvaldo Beto guy for the Pirates. I did not know much about this guy. He's only made 3 starts. He actually started when I went to the Pirates game last week. What was that last? I think that was last week. Yeah. Anyways, when I went to the Pirates game, he started. I did not know much about him, but I was impressed. Like seeing him in person, I was impressed with his stuff. It looks like he's outperforming his metrics by a good amount, but this is a guy, he throws his slider almost 40% of the time. It's his most used pitch. And the Milwaukee Brewers are not good against sliders. Their whole lineup, they have a sub 300 WOBA against sliders. Their projected lineup has a 30% strikeout rate against sliders. They really struggle against it. And I think that this could be a tough matchup for them going up against someone that throws his slider like more than any other pitch. So I don't know. I think like I don't know if I want to bet the Pirates, but I think that you could take a look maybe at his strikeout prop or something like that, because I was impressed with this stuff, seeing it in person, and you know, the Brewers' numbers against sliders are really bad. So I think it's a good spot for him. And on the other side, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet, but go go like my tweet. I'm giving out 50 if Freddie Peralta strikes out 10 plus batters tonight, I'm giving out $50 to someone that likes my tweet. So go like that. But it's a good spot for Freddie Peralta. He just struck out 9 Pirates 2 starts ago. He has a 35% strikeout rate against the active Pirates roster in his career. He's been trending up, 28% strikeout rate over the last 30 days. CSW percentage is almost 30% over the last 30 days. He's been looking better than he did early on in the season, and he's had success against this team. So I like his strikeout prop tonight, and I like, laddering his strikeouts up a little bit. Would you take Phillies on the money line? In a parlay, so yep, Shigun, I don't know if I've seen you in here before. If you're new, welcome in. But my rule for baseball is I don't bet any money lines that are over minus 150. Minus 150 is my cutoff for a money line bet. And I have to, like, if a team's minus 150, I have to really like them for me to lay minus 150, because baseball is just too random. So I don't like to mess around with like minus 200 favorites. So you could put the Phillies in a parlay if you want, or something I like to do if I'm making a parlay, instead of putting the Phillies at minus 180, go and get them plus 1.5. Like if you're gonna parlay a few teams together, like it's not gonna change the odds much. So instead of betting the minus 180 to win the game, you can go like alternate run line, and you can get them. I'm sure it's like minus 500 or something, but you get them plus 1.5 for the game. If you're gonna put a few teams together, that ends up working out. You can get even money. Let me see if I can find it. Run line. It's minus 340. So if you're gonna parlay two or three teams together instead of minus 180 on the money line, take Phillies plus 1.5. It's minus 340. You can still get decent odds if you put a few teams together. But I don't like to bet anything over minus 150. But I like the strikeouts in that Brewers Pirates game. Twins Orioles, love the over here. I might add it to my card. 8.5. You can still get it at that on FanDuel. I wouldn't be shocked if it moves to 9 prior to the game starting. There's a good amount of money coming in on it. You can see 73% of the bets, 86% of the money. So there's a lot of money coming in on this over. So I would not be shocked to see it move to 9. And you can still get it at 8.5 right now. But good matchup. I mean, Dean Creamer has outperformed his numbers all season. We've been targeting bats against him. Pablo Lopez, I like him today, but I don't know. The more I've researched, I've gotten a little concerned, just because there is going to be 6 or 7 lefties in this Orioles lineup tonight. So I might hedge out of my Lopez stuff and try and take the over in this game. I'm here even at work, Dewan. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I know you're a loyal member of our Discord. You're always in the stream. I do appreciate it. Okay, and yeah, I was going to do a 3-4 team. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you can put them. If you really think they're going to win, you can put them in. But kind of what I've been doing the last few months in baseball is, if I'm making like a 3 or 4 team parlay, putting that plus 1.5 run line, I feel like a little bit safer about it, and it really, like, it doesn't change the odds like a ton. Like you can still get like a plus 200 parlay. But I like the over. Twins O's over looks pretty good to me. That would be my lean there. Red Sox Jays, James Paxton, Jose Barrios, really good matchup in like 2016. This pitching matchup would have been elite. But we have the Blue Jays as minus 140 favorites at home here. Public is on the Blue Jays as well. They're getting 74% of the tickets. They're also getting 60% of the tickets on the spread at minus 1.5. So Blue Jays are pretty public here. Uh, I don't know. The total's at 9 on DraftKings Sportsbook, but you can get it at 8.5 on FanDuel. So if you like the over, go grab that on FanDuel. You got to pay minus 124, but you're getting a half a run. But I don't know. I've been back and forth on Barrios and Paxton both this season. I can't get a strong read on this game. I don't have any plays posted for that game. Giants Mets. We have Carlos Carrasco, Alex Cobb. The Mets absolutely sold the bag last night. If you guys haven't been following this, I hit like a plus 4,000 lottery ticket bet on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I've been posting my lottery tickets. We've missed all 3 days by one leg. Tuesday, we missed by one David Peterson strikeout. So the Mets screwed me there. Wednesday, we missed by Aaron Nola not going over his strikeouts. And then last night, we missed by the Mets losing the game. So the Mets have screwed me twice in 3 days. I mean, what a just a debacle. Max Scherzer gives up two on one swing after he absolutely destroyed the Brewers outside of that one swing. They get a 2-run home run, and then the bullpen, just a disaster. And on top of that, they have the base. I think it was the seventh and the ninth. They have the bases loaded. They don't get any runs. The team is a joke, and I'm just not. I'm just done with the Mets. I will not bet on them. They are underdogs here, and I want nothing to do with them. So pass on the New York Mets for the rest of time. Marlins Braves. We have Hoeing against Mike Soroka. I don't know, man. This is two hot teams, man. The Marlins are hot. The Braves are obviously looking like the best team in baseball right now. This is a good little series. I don't want to go against the Braves, but I don't want to go against this Marlins team either. So I'll probably sit this one out. There is a little reverse line movement towards the Marlins. You can see the Braves open minus 190, getting majority of the bets, but the line moved towards the Marlins. So I don't want anything to do with that. Astros Rangers. We have Blanco against John Gray. John Gray's a minus 170 favorite, minus 175 over on FanDuel. I mean, John Gray, I've liked what I've seen from him this year. I've typically bet on Texas when they're at home, so I would lean Rangers in this game. You could bet them first five, or you could put them in a parlay, but I would lean Rangers in this game. Are you gonna sweat UFC with me tomorrow, Mitchell? Yeah. Who are we taking? Who are we taking? What's like the definitive one guy that is not gonna lose? Because Mitchell, I don't know if you know this, but I hate betting on the UFC. I despise it. The judges are horrible, and I feel like you just get screwed. So, what's one guy that's not going to lose so I can parlay them with the Stallions? Hopefully you guys followed along with that. If you guys didn't get in, the line for the Stallions it's gone. They moved from 7 to 7.5. The money line moved from minus 290. They're like minus 330 now. I mean, it's just completely nuked. So I'm glad I put that in when I did the other night. But Mitchell, if you Cubs up 5-0, let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. You always gonna start off Friday with a dub. There's nothing better. You start the weekend off with a winner. There is nothing better. That's gonna set the tone for the entire weekend. The Stallions are gonna win tomorrow. It's gonna be a great weekend. But if Mitchell, if you have one guy that's not gonna lose or girl in the UFC, I will. I'll consider putting. I'll put it in. I'll put it in. And what that's the when does it when I never know the times of these fights either. Like when do the fights happen? I've been around like watching like Saturday night fights, but then sometimes they have these fights like they're like all day on Saturday or something. Like I don't know what's going on. So give me someone that's gonna win, and then tell me when they're fighting. And if they're fighting while I'm at the USFL game, then I'll try and watch it on my phone, or I'll tell them put it on the jumbotron for me. All right, carrying on here. We have Dodgers, Royals. Bobby Miller, my boy. He's been struggling his last few starts. He's been walking a lot of guys, but super good matchup for him against the Royals. Same, I tune in at work every day that I can. Anthony, appreciate it. I know you've been in here for a long time. You've always supported my content, so I do appreciate that. Football's coming up soon, Anthony. I know we'll it's gonna be fun times this football season. We got a lot of stuff coming. There's gonna be a lot of betting content for football this year. Now that I can finally bet, but appreciate you turning in. Good spot for Bobby Miller here. Royals, they've been striking out a ton the last 14 days. They strike out a lot against righties as it is. His strikeout prop is 5.5. There's juice on the under. I don't want to bet him at 5.5 because he has been walking guys. But if you want to put the Dodgers in your parlay, whoever was making a parlay, it's a good spot. The Royals are terrible, so I would be fine with that. Tigers, Rockies. This is one of my favorite spots tonight. I think it's a good spot for the Tigers. So I'm going to bet them at minus 115. I like them. You can bet them first five at minus 120. But Austin Gomber is one of the Rockies' worst pitchers. The Tigers, we've kind of the whole season, we've talked about how you want to bet the Tigers when they're up against a lefty. They're going to pack righties in tonight, and Austin Gomber's not good against right-handed hitters. The Tigers are going to throw 7, 8, 9 righties in there tonight. It's a good matchup in Coors Field. Give me and Michael Lorenzen for whatever reason has actually been decent for the Tigers also. So give me the Tigers on the money line tonight. Give me them first five on the money line at -120. That's my favorite. I would rather bet them first five, but definitely give me the Tigers tonight. It's a good spot for them, and I like Detroit tonight. One of my favorite spots on the slate. Yankees Cardinals. Luis Severino against Matthew Liberatore. It is a pick 'em right now on FanDuel, -108 apiece. DraftKings has the Cardinals as slight favorites here at -115. I don't know. I do not want to bet on the Cardinals, and I've kind of been betting against Severino, so this is probably a stay away from me. The Cardinals are in the tier of the Mets. Like I just don't. I don't want anything to do with them. I can't bet on that team. So pass that all together. Diamondbacks, Angels, Tommy Henry, Griffin Canning. Gotta go with the over here. These are two pitchers that I'm definitely fine picking on. Griffin Canning, especially, I think you could pick on. Diamondbacks might not have Corbin Carroll in the lineup, which would affect things because he did leave that game yesterday with I think a neck injury or something. So he might not be in the lineup, but I would lean over 9.5 if I was looking for a play in that game. White Sox A's. I mean, what are we doing here? Luis Medina against Banks. I don't know. You know, I'm not laying -155 on the White Sox, but you could definitely go over here, over 9 runs would be my lean. And then last game of the night, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Bryce Miller against Shane McClanahan. I've seen there has been some movement towards Seattle late within the last hour, but I like Tampa tonight. Tampa's very public, 90% of the bets, 95% of the money, but this is one of the best spots for the Tampa Bay Rays in particular because they're so good against fastballs. Tampa has made their living this season hitting fastballs. Bryce Miller throws his four seam fastball over 60% of the time to both sides of the plate. The Tampa Bay Rays roster against four seam fastballs over a 400 Woba, over a 200 ISO, they destroy fastballs. And they're going to see a lot of fastballs tonight. So this is a really, really good spot for Tampa offensively. They do have their ace on the mound. Now, I know Shane McClanahan has not been great the last few starts. He left his last start early due to that back tightness. I don't see why the Tampa Bay Rays would start him tonight if they were at all concerned about his health. So if he starts tonight, I think that means he's feeling good enough that he's going to go 5 or 6 innings. Now, obviously, a bat can flare up at any time, but I don't see why they would risk him. So if he does start tonight, I think that that means he's feeling good enough that he thinks he's gonna be able to go 5, 6 innings. And I think just in terms of offense, it's such a good spot for the Rays. I like the Rays tonight at -130. I put that in for premium members earlier today, and I'm sticking with it. I like the Rays tonight. A lot of these games have high totals. Any games you can see going under. Yeah, if I was gonna pick an under, it might be Milwaukee Pittsburgh. I know there's some sharp money on that over, but I like the spot for both those pitchers. So I could see an under in Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. I could see an under in this Boston Toronto game. Get that under 9. I think looks pretty good. So that's probably the two spots I would pick unders on personally. 10 plus run calls tonight. Anthony, dude, the other night, what did I say? I said Texas and Philly, and Texas did get 10, and I think Philly had like 8. We almost did a double. We almost did a double. If I was picking 10 plus runs tonight, I would go. hmm, I mean, it's cheating because it's Coors Field, but I'll take the Tigers for 10 plus, and then for a non-Coors team, I will take I'll take the Los Angeles Angels. That's my two. Give me the Angels and the Detroit Tigers for 10 plus runs tonight. Any props you like? Yeah. So the strikeout props in that Pirates Brewers game, that would be my favorite props tonight. If you guys want a batter prop, I don't know what the odds are, but let me see. I like Luis Robert tonight. Let me see. I think we could take him total bases. I don't even see odds on it on FanDuel. I like the Angels too. Yeah, it's a good spot for them. Luis Robert over 1.5 total bases, or if you want another one, I wrote my home run article today. It's on the website. Go check that out. But it's a plus 450 home run call tonight, so a little bit higher odds than the normal. Overall, good luck with your bets tonight, guys. I have several bets posted for the premium members. So hopefully this first one cashes. I mean, the Cubs are up 6-0 in the fourth, so that's looking good. But good luck. If you guys missed it, Stallions tomorrow in the USFL Championship game. I'll be at the game. Parlay, pick a team you like, parlay them with the Stallions. I think they're going to win tonight. I have a big 4 unit bet that the last leg of it is Stallions money line tomorrow night. So we'll definitely be rooting for the Stallions. Good luck with your bets this weekend. Tomorrow we'll be back normal. Monday, 3 p.m. I'll be back. We'll talk about the weekend and might be some crazy NBA stuff going on over the weekend. So we should have plenty to talk about on Monday. But good luck with your bets. Hop in the Discord. Download the Bet Karma app for free to access this tool, and then sign up on the website. It's $1 a day. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday.